I've always really loved rom-coms. I mean, who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't love a good rom-com? I'm actually pretty confident that I coined this term.
I think you did.
I think I did.
About a year and a half ago.
No. I found the article I wrote about it.
Oh, I forgot about this.
And to this day, it is the only article on the internet about the bitch flick. So I feel like we should take this moment to educate our listeners.
Can we get that on some merch?
Yeah.
Balls deep in bitch flicks.
Well, so I've always really loved rom-coms. I mean, who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't love a good rom-com? But I remember in 2017, I wrote this article about how rom-coms didn't disappear. They just evolved and they've become the bitch flick. And basically I theorized that like this happened because culturally we wanted to progress away from the like super needy girl only needs a guy to feel happy type of, movie trope into, movies that are more explorative of like platonic female friendships and are more interested in seeing women as like full characters who are both like funny and adorable and sexy and disgusting and all of those things encapsulated in one.
Would you say that these are bitch flicks are romantic comedies that would pass the Bechdel test?
Not necessarily. I think yes, in theory, like a bitch flick should pass the Bechdel Wallace test.
Oh my God, is Wallace the female name? Is Bechdel the male name?
So Alison Bechdel is she was a cartoonist at the time who illustrated a like cartoon panel about the Bechdel test, but it was her friend, I forget their first name, something Wallace, who actually came up with the Bechdel test. So Alison Bechdel has said on multiple occasions that she feels really, really guilty that the whole thing is credited to her when she just actually like illustrated it. She didn't come up with it.
Yeah.
So
well, here you are informing the nation.
I just learned this the other week, so I'm glad that I had the opportunity to share with all of you. Bechdel Wallace test, not just Bechdel test.
Yeah, Bechdel Wallace. Say her name.
And so for those of you who don't know what the Bechdel test is, the Bechdel test stipulates that in order to pass this test, there must be more than one female character. They have to have a conversation and they have to have the conversation about something that is about something other than a man. And if you don't do that, then you don't pass. And like a shocking amount of movies don't pass this test.
Yeah.
So not necessarily, but I would say probably yes. Most of these bitch flicks will.
They will appear so, but upon further examination, they fail sometimes.
Exactly. So in the article that I wrote back in 2017, I state that the origin of the bitch flick dates back to 2011 with the movie Bridesmaids. Exactly. And basically this is the first time that we saw like an entire movie where the cast was like basically just women being disgusting, being sexy, being funny, being cool, and it made a shit ton of money. So like not only was it doing this, but it was like wildly successful.
It was lucrative, baby.
So they are the evolution of the misogynistic chick flick, and they're the only movie I believe that you should watch if you're looking for like a girls' night movie. And I feel like that's what you and I are always looking for, and they're kind of hard to come by.
We're on an endless search for them.
So yeah, so what it is, so you can know it when you see it. A bitch flick is a movie typically featuring dynamic women in their 20s or 30s. I feel like if they're in high school, it's not actually a bitch flick because what we want to see, unless they're like high schoolers who are played by like 26-year-olds in real life, you know what I mean?
I think that's more of like a coming of age
exactly
movie. Like
yeah.
It's the teenage version of a bitch flick.
Yeah, so we want to see women in their 20s and 30s navigating platonic relationships with their friends, with the addition of searching for like a romantic partner
as an aside
yeah. So but the big important note is that a bitch flick the movie's success doesn't hinge on the success of like the male protagonist, and it doesn't require the disintegration of the female friendship in order to make that happen. So I feel like in a lot of rom-coms it's like fuck the friend, I got the guy, but in a bitch flick it's like love your friends and the guy.
Yeah.
And that's the big like change.
Yeah, putting emphasis on the importance of female friendships. But a chick flick isn't a romantic comedy either, is it?
I think that chick flicks and rom-coms very much are like a Venn diagram.
Okay, yeah.
And that like I think chick flicks is like a derogatory name for rom-coms. That boys would be like, that's like just a chick flick. And it's like actually 10 Things I Hate About You is an amazing, or How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days is an amazing movie for guys and girls.
That's the one with
and we should
Cameron
all
Diaz,
enjoy
right?
it. That's the one with Matthew McConaughey and oh my god, what is her name? It's not Katherine Heigl.
Oh.
It's not Cameron Diaz.
Oh, I know who you're thinking.
Kate
of.
Hudson.
Yeah.
So
she
good.
and Cameron are so similar, but Cameron has like a little extra dazzle.
Cameron Diaz was queen of the rom-com for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
We tried to watch There's Something About Mary, and it was so terrible.
Yeah.
It was so
We
bad.
should have known from the cover art, though. It was like really bad.
I thought it looked cute.
Oh, it
But-
looked to me like a dog movie.
Like a dog movie?
You know? Well, I think, wasn't there a dog in it?
I don't think so.
It was like her in a suitcase or some shit. I think there was a dog in it.
On the cover?
I think there might have been.
Maybe.
Well,
I just know it's like her looking super fucking cute because she's Cameron Diaz
yeah.
with like her short little hair and like a little red dress.
Yeah, I mean, she was great. Just the movie sucked ass.
But yeah, so bitch flicks, go watch them. A great one to start with is Someone Great.
Yeah. Oh my God, so great.
Honestly, maybe the best example of a bitch flick.
Great. And please, if you have any recommendations, we are craving them. If you know what we're talking about, DM us at ballsdeepwith on Instagram.
Yeah.
Please and thank you.
Thank you very much.